I feel
What
that
y'all
vibe.
playing? What are
We
y'all
be
playing?
playing. So the last game we played was Life. Okay, I
Okay, I
won
like life. I like life.
like 4.5 million. You know, at the end, I retired. It was good. But we be playing Sorry, like all of that. Yes.
I like sorry. We get into Monopoly, but then we have to break it up into like couple of days
Section two.
because you can't just play Monopoly in one day. It takes
No,
forever.
definitely
You
not.
know
I play Monopoly Pizza. Have you ever played that?
what? What is Monopoly Pizza?
Instead of buying land, you buy toppings.
Wow, they have every single Monopoly. My kids, they we have Pokemon Monopoly. That's a big one.
Okay.
We also have Avengers Monopoly. That's a big one.
Is Black
I
Panther
tried
on
to
the
get,
Avengers Monopoly?
huh?
Is Black Panther on the Avengers Monopoly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes,
I
that's a
would
good
buy. I would
question.
buy the Black Panther spot.
That was a solid question. So
Yeah.
so yeah, and I tried to get the Dragon Ball Z Monopoly because they really into Dragon Ball Z too. So that's a few of the versions we like. But yep, so that's some of what we're doing, and just definitely getting to spend some time, more time than we normally would, which I'm
Yeah.
loving. In fact, I just it's so good. That's the part to your point. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things that are not that great, but that part is really good.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you TikToking while you're in quarantine?
I have to say, listen, what my latest favorite obsession. I know
Oh my God.
everybody's been TikToking and everybody's been like figuring it out and picking it up and I've been on TikTok for a little while, just doing like weird little silly things. But my latest favorite
Uh-oh.
is the duets. I'm
Yes. I love the
loving.
duets. And I love like when people can sing on a duet and it's just great feature on the app. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
really feeling it. So there's some people that I found that sing my songs, and I'm like, they kill. And this other girl, I just posted it yesterday. She played this whole piano thing, and she was like, "What would you sing to it?" And boom, I just sang to it. It was just it's a vibe.
And I saw it and it was fire, Alicia.
Thank
Release it.
thank
I mean, I
you.
love that. And like you said, I love that you get to build songs on the app. Like, it, I'm glad that younger kids get to tap in as well. Like, classics that we know and use
Yes.
it for stuff. Like, that's so dope. And it's exciting. Like, we expect to see all the dance videos, but then when I stop and it's like, it's my boo or something, I'm like,
We're like, oh,
oh,
oh.
okay. So, yeah, that's definitely dope. Now, what I love though is that because you're on the app and you are an adult to younger kids, but like I like that adults can have fun on the app too and can get on the app and like you kind of just like break the code, you know what I'm saying? So like when did you realize that it wasn't just for Gen Z and the millennials? Like when did you know, oh, I
But still, anytime someone asks me to do the whoa, I'm shook. I just want you to know. Anytime. Eventually, I get
I
it.
got
Like I've
you.
done my few dance videos here and there, but I'm a little shook. So that's why the duet part works for me. But you know what? I do what I can do. I've always been like that too. Like me, there's certain things I'm great at, certain things I'm not so great at, and I'm okay with that. Like I do what I can
That
do.
perfect and it leaves room for growth and learning. That's why if everybody was perfect, where would we
I'm
go?
telling you, it would be so boring. So I think the first
So
time,
boring.
the first time that I explored it, I was like, man, so what could I do on this thing? And I did this silly thing where I put my shades on my fingers and I started singing one of my songs. And it was like the biggest thing that I ever posted to this day.
It was just the greatest breakthrough on the app.
So
It is
I
perfect though. That's what's beautiful is the like is there really a structure? No. And so you get to
exactly.
post what you want to post and it'll be great anyway.
I love that. How about you? Like, how did you find that this was like a space for you to really like just let loose?
I mean, I started I just it's kind of new still because I started in November of last year and
Mm.
I was like I want to say intimidated a little bit because I was like, I don't know if I like, what am I, you're right. What am I going to do on here? Like this, I don't know.
I
But
feel
thank
you.
goodness I got on because it's been great. And the open-mindedness of it, like you go on and you can find so many things to click with or to vibe with or to learn about. Like it's just, I love the
Yes.
app. So
Yeah, that's
anytime someone's like, I
good.
don't have one, I'm like, yeah, get one though. Like try it
Now, now, what
right
age
now.
do you think is the right age to be on TikTok?
How old are your babies? How old are your sons?
One is 9 and the other one
Okay.
is 5.
Okay. So five's definitely too
Right.
little.
Obviously, 5 is too little. That's not
I
happening. He don't even
mean,
care.
I would say like I would say 10, like 10, 11 is because there's still avenues. Like if he's not on a certain side of TikTok, he'll be fine. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
It's kind of
right,
like watching TV. He could
right.
click on something grown up, but he's really gonna stay to like what he's
His
supposed to
world.
watch. You know?
I feel
So
you.
yeah, I
I
mean,
feel
9 o'clock is good. I mean,
you.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 years old is good. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I like when you said like 10 or 11.
We can. Now we talked about the app using your music, but as we mentioned at first, you do have an album coming out on Friday, September
Friday!
18th.
Ah!
Self-titled
Friday!
Alicia. We are so excited. I'm definitely so excited. Okay,
Thank you.
I
Thank
just
you, mommy.
I miss Alicia vibe. Now, do you still get nervous when you release music?
I get very, very excited. Like I just feel because it's almost been pent up inside of me for so long, and I've been living with it and vibing with it and creating it and putting it together, and then obviously like COVID happened and the whole
Yeah,
world just like went into a whole other way. So
yeah,
it's I've been living with it for a minute. So I feel like I just get very excited because I can't wait for everybody to hear the vibes. And Alicia, the album is all about the different sides of us because we all have
mm-hmm.
so many pieces that make us up who we are, and we don't have to just be one version. So this this
No.
this music gives you all these different sides that you're gonna feel and get into. So I get very excited, very excited.
I cannot wait. What, like, when you wrote this album, what inspired you? Like, what sparked that thing that was like, oh, I'm about to, like, what inspired you for this album?
I mean, I have to say that's probably what inspired me the most is realizing that for in a lot of ways I think sometimes we get real comfortable with
Yeah.
where or who we are because it's the safe way to be. Like, okay, all my friends like me like this, so I'm gonna act
Mm-hmm.
like this. Or my bosses like when I'm more like this, so I'm gonna be like this. My parents, they're not mad at me if I act like this, so I'm gonna try to act like, and so we end up kind of like fitting into these weird places that are not necessarily the fullness of us. And I realized that I did that a lot. And so
Yeah.
more recently, I've been just being so conscious about that and getting to know the sides of myself that I don't often, pay attention to or bring out. And I think that when I finally
Yeah.
realized that, that inspired me for this music and that inspired me to really want to explore that more sonically and emotionally and everything.
Yeah, and that's deep. I mean, I was gonna say, like, how long did that take for you to kind of like tap in within yourself? Because I'm 21, and I feel like in my brain, I'm like, oh, I should kind of know myself all the way already, but I don't. I'm like still trying to figure it out, and it's like, am I late for it? Like, what's going on? How long did that take to like tap in?
Honestly, kind of a long